All right, welcome to HoopsTracker. Jerry Howard, your host. Today we have a special guest. We have Oliver Junker from Mountain Vista. Oliver, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Hey, Oliver, man, it's been so much fun watching you from the playoffs last season all the way through summer. You recently made a big announcement. So, what is this big announcement that you got?
Yeah, so next year I will be going up to North Dakota State and playing basketball at the Division One level.
There you go. You are one of many D1 players in this class, and it's crazy because this is probably Colorado's best class in almost 20 years.
I'd agree.
And I mean, you've already got a handful of guys that have already committed, and this is great. But Oliver, let's go back a little bit, talk about summer. You played with Elevation this summer. Um,
It's,
on the recruit look circuit, if I recall. Talk about playing and I know you have one of your teammates on that team, but just talk about playing with Elevation and being able to get coached or be around Josh Adams, former professional player. Talk about that because that's a pretty cool experience.
yeah, so we played on the recruit looks circuit. So we weren't on like a really big circuit like EYBL or UAA. So fighting for recruitment was a little bit harder, especially when, for one of our live periods, we were in Georgia with EYBL. So it's kind of hard to get college coaches to go from there to our circuits.
Hmm.
But we still face like very good competition, which I don't think people realize. Like even at like the lower level, like if you're not in EYBL, you're still gonna face very good competition other places.
Hmm.
And being around Josh Adams, that helped me a lot. Like it's crazy because at the high school level, you don't understand like you don't come close to how professional players think. His
Right.
mindset is just completely different than like anyone else I've ever talked to.
Yeah, he's actually he's actually he's actually one of the big players that has come out of Colorado.
Yeah.
He I don't know if you've ever seen this or not, but when he was a senior, they were in overtime at CU is when they played the championships up at CU. He shot a three with like time expiring in
Mhm.
overtime. It misses. He comes around and he throws it down for a dunk as time expires. And it was just crazy.
Did not see
He's
that.
so crazy athletic. And he had a great college career. He played overseas. And I think he still does play overseas. So no, that's awesome
Um,
that you had some experience with him.
he's gonna be at Lutheran this year helping out over there.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, helping out Marty Clark. That'll be interesting watching those guys coach and stuff like that. They're going
Yeah.
to be missing a big part of their team
Yeah.
since Kay just went to prep out in Oklahoma. So, um, but yeah, no, that's great. Talk more a little bit about your decision in the recruiting. I mean, you were getting recruited by lots of different schools, and talk about that experience, and then why you chose North Dakota State because that's far away, it's cold, and the snow is like 8 feet deep.
Yeah. So I had a lot of interest at the Division II level.
Hmm.
Um, a bunch of RMAC schools, Colorado School of
Hmm.
Mines, University of Colorado, Colorado Springs, like some of those schools.
Hmm.
But I decided that I just really wanted, and I thought like I'd be able to compete at the Division I level.
Yeah.
So that was definitely part of my decision. But
Hmm.
North Dakota, it shouldn't get as much hate as it does, in my opinion. I
Yeah.
went up there, we went, explored Fargo. I thought it was a great little town.
Uh-huh.
I loved everything about it. The facilities North Dakota State has, absolutely amazing. Their gym, awesome. Practice facilities, it's hard to even like describe how good it is. The weight room, it's all fabulous and it's all for basketball only.
Wow. That's great. Yeah. I mean, we were talking before the show, but the biggest thing about in Fargo is you don't have a bunch of other sports teams competing, and
Yeah.
everybody comes to the games. They pack that place and they've got money and they've got great facilities. And then the other cool thing is you're going to be swinging through Denver because you guys will play DU when you
Yep.
come through and stuff like that. So that'll be fun. We'll get a chance to watch you. Talk about what were some of the things that were different factors? I know you said you wanted to play D1. I definitely think you can play D1, and I think North Dakota State's getting a steal. But talk about some of the other factors that you were looking in for a school. So you've already kind of mentioned the facilities, but
Mhm.
what were kind of your key things that a school needed to have?
Yeah, so one of my other key things was a major that I wanted to go into. So
Hmm.
I want to go into engineering, and North Dakota State has a great engineering program there. So that was definitely one of
Hmm.
the factors. Another factor was just like community and support behind the school. So like,
Hmm.
what we just talked about, there's like no pro sports teams up there. So the entire community is behind those college schools, which is just like really cool. Like once you get to North Dakota, everywhere you
Hmm.
go, you see North Dakota State like merch or like stores and just like it's everywhere, which is like it's uncommon compared to here.
No, it is. I mean, here we've got so many different things going on. I mean, you got all the local schools, you've got everybody competing, plus you got the Nuggets, plus you got a whole lot of other
Yeah.
things there. They got North Dakota State, and they definitely back that town.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's great. Now, you said you're going to be taking your official visit actually this weekend, but you've already committed. Um, Talk about what are some of the things that you're looking forward to on your official visit?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to meeting the entire team. I met a couple of the kids. Seem like great dudes. They're really funny. But
Hmm.
I'm looking forward to definitely meeting the entire team.
No, that'll be good. And then I'm assuming there's a football game that night or over the
Yeah, I think so.
weekend. So that'll be fun and stuff like that. Um, when you were going through the process, what did Coach Woods, both your head coach and your assistant coach, what was some of the advice that they gave you as you're looking at different schools?
Um, a lot of the advice that they gave me is like just go somewhere that you know you'll enjoy. Because like
Hmm.
I don't know, a lot of people say like college is only like 4 or 5 years of your life, but I still feel like it's a pretty big 4 or 5 years. So like
Hmm.
they told me just like go somewhere that you know you're gonna enjoy going and you're not gonna dread being there.
Hmm. Yeah, no, that's great advice. I mean, one of the things we always talk about is if you were to get injured and couldn't play anymore, would you still go there?
Yeah.
And a lot of people like, no, I'm going to play basketball, but when things get hard, when other things, making the adjustment, being far, that far away from home, um, you know, you got to make sure that you're going to enjoy the school
Yeah.
and everything like that. And plus, you're going to meet probably a lot of your friends that will be lifetime friends, and you might meet your future wife, you might meet all sorts, right? I mean, there's just all sorts of things that can happen.
Yeah.
So, um, but no, that's great. What what are some key things you're looking forward to outside of basketball at school?
I love the little town there. So
Hmm.
like their basketball team is just like it's one big family. So I'm like looking out to going and doing stuff outside of like the
Hmm.
court with them.
Hmm.
So like just like they go bowling all the time and stuff like that. So like I'm really looking forward to being able to hang out with those guys.
Yeah, no, that'll be fun. All right. The season is around the corner. We're a couple months away, but we're already talking about it. You guys are definitely in our top four for the Hoops Tracker preseason release. Last season, you know, you just needed 5 seconds and
Yeah.
and to roll it off. But you have Hudson Rooney coming back. I mean,
Mhm.
Cal graduated. He was a big part of your offense, but you guys have a lot of younger players that were on that team last year coming back. What what is Coach Wood? I mean, has Coach Woods even mentioned anything? But what are some of your goals for this season, and what's your outlook on the season?
Yeah, my personal goal is to go out and win state.
Yeah.
That's my goal. That's what I expect from us. We have even though we graduated, like Cal and other talented players, we had a bunch of talent and length come up from the JV level.
Hmm.
So we're pretty big, and it's going to be hard for teams to score on us.
Yeah, I mean, I think Hudson coming back is going to be huge for you
Yeah.
guys. Um, and then we're talking, some of the other teams, it's really interesting in 6A this year, just like last year, any one of 10 teams can win it. There's you guys, there's Rangeview, um, you look at Valor graduates Cole,
Yeah.
but Smoky Hill loses Carter to prep school, and it's interesting how a lot of the teams lose some players to prep school, but you know, there's you got Denver South, you got a ton of other teams. What's your outlook? Because I always know you guys are always looking across town at Thunder Ridge. You got Rock Canyon that's going to be really good. That Centennial and Continental League is tough. So,
Yeah. Well, there's a bunch of good teams, especially like if you look at Shap, they just got
hmm
Chris. They're going to be tough to beat. Denver South, like you said, they're looking really good this year, so they're going to be tough. But
hmm
I feel like there isn't a game that we can't handle.
yeah,
I
yeah.
think
And
we
you
have
guys
like
have a great schedule too.
yeah, and we have all the pieces that we need to go out and win everything this year.
Yeah. No, this will be good. Yeah, we're excited for the season to start. I know you guys aren't playing in a fall league because I know Coach Woods really is really adamant about doing development, getting in the
Mhm.
weight room. What's that look for you? What's that look like for you coming up? Because school just started not long ago, and I figure you guys are already hitting the weights and getting in and doing skill work.
Yeah, so we start next week actually because to
Okay.
Coach Wood, like a big part of it is also grades. So
hmm
he wants us like to be able to settle in, make sure that our grades are good, and not have to worry about any of that during the season. But he also expects us to go out and get working on our own, so that way when we come back, we're still good.
Yeah, no, that's great. Well, hey, Oliver, I know this is a late in the afternoon day for you, and you got a lot of stuff going on. It's been great having you on the show. Congratulations on North Dakota State.
Thank you.
Cannot wait to see you on the court, and it'll be fun to see you on signing day. So,
Yes, sir. Thank you
all
so much for
right,
having me.
you bet. Take care, Oliver.
See ya.